Welcome to Doron Yoga, everybody, and welcome, Kasha. Thanks for joining us today as we learn the Bhastrika Pranayama. Bhastrika Pranayama, a pranayama technique, a technique for mastering control of energy, and we use the breathing techniques for that. Bhastrika is a warming pranayama, a pranayama that's used to create heat in the body, especially in the chest area. It also helps create the nasal passages and some of the sinus areas. It is done by using strong, forceful inhales and exhales, equal power through the nose and the chest area. In order to get the maximum amount of power, we puff up the nostrils, like we're trying to be like a bellows, which is the translation of Bhastrika. The bellows is the thing that we use to blow air, so we're trying to blow as much powerful air as we can. And so we will kind of keep the nostrils puffed up. We'll see right now how to do it. Before we practice, I just want a note of advice. Really make sure that you're feeling good. It's not a dangerous pranayama or a dangerous practice, but some people say if you've recently had heart issues or any other big surgery in the chest area, probably advise to skip it altogether. If you do it and you feel slightly lightheaded afterwards, that's fine. If you're doing it and you suddenly start to feel anxiety, please stop right away. If you're having asthma right now that's not in good form, also skip it. It's just going to aggravate it, okay? So Kasha will demonstrate how to do it, and we'll try to do 15 rounds to begin with, which means 15 times inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale is one round, so 15 exhales, if you will. And then we'll just take a moment and breathe. We'll start with the simple version, and then I'll show you other versions. In order to ensure that we're breathing really more so through the chest than the belly, which is not always an easy thing to do, please use your right hand, place it on top of the chest, so as you're breathing, you can try and feel that you're moving more in the chest. To begin with, some of us will need to actually physically moving in the chest area to try and get the chest to move. You can also, even before you do this practice, simply sit here and just try to take a few breaths through the chest. And you'll notice, for some of us, this is super easy. Some of us breathe only through the belly, some of us only through the chest. If you find that either one of them is difficult for you, breathing through the chest or through the belly, I highly recommend that you practice this regularly until you can somewhat isolate. It's never exactly isolated, but do a little better breathing through the chest area or the belly area. Okay? So here we go. The hand will come onto the chest, and let's give it a try. 15 rounds. And then release, exhale fully, and just take a few deep breaths here and have awareness of how you're feeling inside in your body and your mind. Just awareness. You can sit there with your eyes closed. Beautiful, thank you. So this is the basic, and for many of us, as you could have seen, this was pretty strong and powerful. I don't know how much you've heard it, but it's really strong sound as well. So I advise, if you're doing 5, 6, 7, and you start to feel that you don't have the same force, power, in order to complete your Bhastrika, please stop, take a break, and then try again. You can do up to 12 rounds of this, no problem. Don't do more than that, but up to 12 is fine. 2 or 3 will probably suffice. So we're going to do another one. We're going to do 15 again, and over time you may even increase it to 20 or 30 if you feel that's getting really easy for you. We'll stay with 15 today. And we're going to add 2 things that are not common to all schools of yoga. Some do them, but I find them to make this practice way more efficient, way more, like you really get more out of it. And we add kumbakas. This is maybe a little later. It's a bit more advanced practice. The kumbaka is breath retention. So we will add the breath retention at the exhale. We'll finish exhaling, hold the breath for somewhere between 5 to 10 seconds. Then we'll inhale fully all the way up, tuck the chin to the throat and hold once more for about 10 to 20 seconds, okay? Some of you can do 30, 40 seconds, doesn't matter. And whenever you feel the need to breathe, you release and observe. Pretty guaranteed, maybe not the first time, but after a few times you practice these, you'll start to feel again this sense of somewhat of a bliss, of a bit of a high that you'll get from this. It just, the kumbaka is like a turbo engine. It makes it so much more powerful. Beautiful, let's give it a try. We'll bring the hand onto the chest and inhale and start. You can see Kasha is really puffing up the nostrils, super focus, super intensity. The chest is moving. And then at 15, we're going to go and exhale fully. All the way out, hand on the belly to really make sure that you're emptying the belly completely. And hold as long as is reasonable for you, right? Maybe right about now you need to inhale. So go ahead and inhale fully all the way, chest puff. Tuck the chin into the throat, Jalangarabandha, the chin lock, throat lock. Staying calm really helps. Meditation helps with these kumbakas, right? Because it's about being calm in the mind. Here we go. Lift the chin, exhale. And just sit. Sit calmly and be aware of any sensation, energy, feelings in the body. So remember, you can do this up to 12 times. I recommend doing 2 rounds, especially if you're doing them with kumbaka, that's plenty. Do 2 rounds and then move on to other pranayama, or do 2 rounds just as a start of the day, or 2 rounds before your yoga practice, unless you're doing Kapalabhati. Really fantastic practice, sometimes overlooked, but be careful. If you start to feel some big discomfort, pranayama is not the place to push through it. You feel discomfort, stop, take some deep breaths, and then try again. Okay? I'd love to know how this worked for you. Please leave us a comment below. Did it work? Do you like it? Which is your favorite pranayama? Okay? And coming soon, a full sequence of pranayama practices. Thank you, Kasha. Thanks for being with us. Thank you all for joining us today. Until we see you again, namaste.